So I had a dream that it was a symbolic dream. It was like this block of, well, it looked like it was more than a block. But anyway, it was just all these stores. It was all these different types of stores. And you could not go into these stores and shop unless you had the mark of the beast. And the streets were almost empty. It was almost nobody in the streets. And I say this dream was symbolic because of the way that it was just showing like all these different types of stores on one block. And I think that just represents various stores around the world. But I knew I was in America. Even though it was symbolic, I knew it was American. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen in other countries as well. And so anyway, you couldn't go in these stores unless you had the mark of the beast. And it showed how there was this man, and he was a Christian man, a strong man of God, a Christian man. He did not want to get the mark of the beast. And he went, and he really needed some food. He needed food for himself and others. I don't know if it was his family, but I knew it was other people that he was trying to feed. And he couldn't get in the store. And I was just walking down the street seeing as well how I couldn't get in these stores. And I was smiling. And I told him, hey, come with me, because I have my own store. And I had this massive store, and it was full of stuff. Like, it wasn't just food. I had food. I had all kind of stuff. And inside this store was this, inside of my store was this, it's hard to explain. It was like a gold environment, a gold, like the air was gold. Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it. Like the air was like this gold looking, it was beautiful, glistening gold. Like, it's hard to explain it. And it was different shades, not just one shade of gold in this environment. And when I woke up, I was telling my daughter about the dream because I didn't understand it. I didn't record it right away. As soon as I woke up, I said, what is with that? And as I'm explaining it to her, that's when it hit me. Because God has shown me that part of me being transformed, I'm going to have this ability with gold. And I'm not going to go into it right now. I've already discussed it in my daughter's visits to heaven and her videos I did. So anyone new to my channel, they can watch that. I'll put those videos in the description box. So, and he's shown me this. That was her experience, but he's shown me personally multiple times as well. And as I was talking to my daughter, it hit me that this is saying, like, I not only had the gift of this gold means currency. It's unlimited currency. But it's telling me I had unlimited food as well. And I was like, what? I told her, let me go record this dream. And so, I mean, it was a symbolic dream, but I was just smiling, and I was able to get this guy all the food that he needed. And I had a knowing in the dream that I needed to feed the Christians. I needed to help the Christians that could not. And the dream said Christians. Okay, so I don't know if this was after the rapture or not, because I have seen multiple times that I was raptured and the Lord sent me back in the earth to help out with the people that were left behind because they wasn't ready. Because the Lord is coming back for a church that is completely ready, without spot, without wrinkle, without blemish. And many people are right now, they are lukewarm. So I have been shown multiple times that he will send me back. And also, this is not the first time that he showed me that I had a ability to supernaturally feed people. There was another dream or vision, I can't remember now, that I never shared, where I was outside and I was wearing my militant uniform, and I was supernaturally feeding a large, like a giant group of people, and I was cooking in this giant pot. It reminded me of this guy on YouTube called Grandpa Kitchen. But I want to make sure I get this across, because the Lord God actually gave me part of this title where I said supernatural provisions for saints turned away. The Lord gave me that title. So he wants that to come across, that we are not to be in fear of all of these things that are coming upon this earth. Yes, there was facial recognition and it was turning away the Christians, but the Lord will be supernaturally taking care of that which is his. And that is the focus of this dream. So, he does want us to prepare, because in this dream, these people, and I talked about a man, but I actually saw his family. I saw that he had a wife and he had a child, and the child looked like a teenage daughter. And the wife was holding the teenage daughter because they had actually stocked up food, but they ran out of food. And they were starting to get concerned that they was going to starve. And in the dream literally said famine as well. So I need to add that. It said that there was a famine. And what was shocking to me is that those people that had the RFID chip, they wasn't in the famine. They was eating just fine. They was able to go to the stores and get food and clothes and everything else like that. But what God showed me in this dream, I was shocked, is this famine was against those that would not take the mark of the beast. I did not see that coming. And so they were about to starve because they did not want to take the mark. And it wasn't just the Christians, I would assume. Now, I wasn't shown this in a dream, but I would assume that there was probably other groups that didn't want to take it because they just don't believe in it. But, these Christians was holding out, and they had gotten right with God. I don't know if they was left behind or not, but the Lord has sent me to help them. And there will be many people sent back to help people in the tribulation. But the Lord doesn't want you all to put your faith in me. He wants you to trust in him. He is the one that will supernaturally be taking care of his people during that time. And so, like I said before, I don't know if these people was left behind or not. The dream did not reveal that to me, honestly. They could have been regular Christians. They could have been, good Christians. But, I don't know. I don't understand why I was in a transformed body, but the dream was symbolic. So I really don't know. I can't explain that. Anyway, I love you all. God bless you.